What's good, YouTube? See where I'm at? Back in the building, back with another video. Hey, today we're going to be talking from a video from a group called Eight at the Table. Shout out to them. Shout out to being able to discuss content that we can share different perspectives, and hopefully the concepts and different perspectives can give us feedback to understand each other and to understand how many different paths that we can create to possibly have a better lifestyle and better chance to finding that special one or finding that soulmate or a few to live life with. To each their own, though, right? So the topic of today's video, women say 80% men are below average. Again, as always, I'm going to say if it doesn't apply, let it fly. But to break down further what I mean or what this title means, I'm sure that based on social media statuses, different talks and conversations throughout the media space, is basically saying the simple concept. Most women approach only 20, maybe 10% of men. And there's a lot of men out there that get ignored or overlooked. And women cannot ever agree to this because they already naturally programmed to not look at the 80%. They might notice you as a person, but you would not ring along in their radar as attractive. And they will see you as a friend or see you as this or not even see you at all. And you just a person like, oh, they just gotta make sure they don't run into you. You are that 80%. I'm sorry that it's like that. It's just they kind of live tunnel vision sometimes, and they only aim or prep themselves to aim at the, because women like guys that most women are attracted to, which doesn't leave them with much to like fight over it and all that stuff. And some of them is not going to put in the effort to go after the man to get themselves to be seen more. They just automatically assume that all of them are special. All of them should be noticed. And because he's the top percent, they're not thinking about, well, if he has all these options, then how is he supposed to see me? What is supposed to stand out? What is supposed to stick out? Or maybe I should do something different, like DQ. But let's see what they got to say. See if I have anything else to add. And, let's see what we can learn today.
Don't happen unless it's on my terms. That's for me.
Probably because you have a lot of options, though.
I don't
like if you peel back the root cause.
But what if I just don't find them attractive? What if I don't think that there's anything about them that
still
I
options though? Like for instance, right? Like if we, for instance, if we
actionable.
Well, for instance, if you if you look at a man's DMs versus a woman's DMs, an average woman DMs is flooded. Yeah, she could be a 5. She's flooded. Whatever she is, it's fine, but it's flooded. A man DMs someone like.
Don't say mine.
My man's over here, Pretty Ricky, or just an attractive man, right? Even someone, a celebrity, his DMs even, is not even as flooded as an average woman, and those are facts. So yeah, there was statistics done on Tinder actually, and it showed that 80, actually a little bit higher, I believe 90% of women found on Tinder that 90% of women found 90% of men unattractive, but vice versa, men found like 80% of women attractive. Make sense? So naturally, women just have options. Women run the dating market when it comes to attracting a man. That's what I truly believe. So since men and women are different,
I'm going to stop it right here, and I'm going to say this real quick. Just to say this. For what he's saying is, ladies, y'all can sit there and have a man to pay for bills or for having different purposes and have no problems with doing it. And you're going to take that secret to the grave, or girls don't girls don't talk about girl stuff. They keep it secret. Or however you say it, right? Guys don't have the same ability to keep a roster like that. We're not going to have a roster of women that will pay for our stuff. An average woman, not even a 10, not even an 8, not even a casual 7, an average woman would have options to get meals, to get this, to get that. All these options to get guys to do different stuff because the guy is trying to entertain them and be the chosen person or trying to get in their pants, this and the other. A guy in that same rating or just even higher would not have that many options.
I think that it's differences of getting a man getting a woman and a woman getting a man. I truly think that for a woman to get a man is very easy. I think women play the dating game on easy mode when it comes to attracting a man.
The same lines that women would want you to be more creative or say it's corny or cheesy, they will sit there and turn around and use that line if they really attracted to the guy that they break the rules for and expect it to work. Ridiculous, right?
Man. So I'll speak about the men first. So for a man, I truly believe a man has to put his best foot forward first and work on himself first. So a man has to, get in the gym, make more money, become more competent, just fully self-improve himself first. And then that way he'll have a better probability of attracting the person that he wants. For a woman, in order for her to get the person she wants, be beautiful, be feminine, understand the opposite gender, understand what they want in you. I believe that we live in a society nowadays where most people don't know what the other person wants in them. So yeah, you may know what you want, but you may know what you want, but do you really know what that person wants in you? Because that's how you retain the relationship. So yeah.
I say, like, a lot of people want certain things, right? Now, the real understanding is
conversations.
knowing whatever you want, do they want to be with you or do they want to experience you and vice versa? Because a lot of people say they want this person, they experience this person, and then try to jump ship because they realize that it's not what they actually want. So I would first say, in my opinion, which is a theory, because it has been backed by some facts. You like that, Marie?
She said it depends on what you're gonna say next.
She's waiting for the rest of it.
I would say, understand why you want what you want. A lot of times we want somebody because we're told that's what we should have. You know what I'm saying? You want that man with money because you're told you want a man with money, but nobody told you how a man with money acts, and nobody told you the requirements of a man with money. You want that girl who's a bad chick. Nobody told you what she comes with, but you want it because it looks good. You want it because the outside influences have convinced you that that's what you should have. So you need to know what you really want for yourself. Like, if I said, yo, Rico, what do you want in a woman? I want an understanding woman. I want a receptive woman. You know, these are just some of the things that I want. Well, I have to understand that some women may not possess that, and some women may. But now, some women that possess that might be, okay, well, if you want a woman that's very receptive, very, understanding, then you might have to provide 100% of the bill. So if I'm saying, yo, I want a girl to go 50-50, that's not also within the woman that I want. So we have to really understand what we want, why we want it, and then what it comes with. You know what I mean? That's just my theory. It's not even an opinion.
With the territory.
Amanda, let me ask you this question, right? Do you feel like in your life you've had somebody that you actually wanted?
I ain't come across that yet. But there is somebody that I desired that had a lot of potential. And how did I get that person? Let me see. What were the steps? It is Facebook. How did you know?
Because you knew him already.
Wait, you told
You be double
yeah.
vacuuming.
And I
Like
have
2 weeks
to.
ago.
I had to with this one, man. It's this.
You had to put in work.
I didn't put in a lot of work, to be honest. It was. I've had a crush on this guy. Like I've always been attracted to him. I mean, I met him back when I was like maybe in middle school, maybe even like starting of high school, somewhere like along those years. But shut up, because I knew there was gonna be a comment over there. I knew it was.
She's like,
I thought it was gonna be Rico, but you shaded me. But then there was actually a time that I saw him at an event and we were older and I was just like, wow, like I had a conversation with him. I was like, oh, he's doing good things. Like I wanted to experience him. I was actually in a relationship though, so I had to wait. But you know, I kind of
Are you
Doesn't even make
relying on
sense.
the
Had
demise
to
of
wait.
the relationship?
pretty much.
no, I
Should've
didn't.
just
I
cheated.
waited. I waited until it was done. It was actually soon
Did you
done.
help it be done?
No.
She put
No.
it into motion.
Yeah.
Manifestation, actually, because he fucked up on his own.
Hold up, because I think I sped it up by accident. If you see somebody that you want and you're waiting till you get the opportunity, I feel like that's a part of you that could possibly jeopardize the relationship that you're currently in. And we all are human errors or humans about doing stuff like that. I just will say have better intentions with the partner that you're with at the time, or just cut it off if you feel like you're just trying to wait for an out. Like, if you feel that way, you might as well just already be broken up with that person. But if you can't break up with that person because of inconvenience, or you're trying to get yourself in a better position before you do it, I don't think you should be like, I guess it's weird to sit there and be like, ooh, I need to wait till I'm single to finally get into the relationship. That's where it's complicated, just kick in. I think you should vocalize it like that. Otherwise, it just look like you just looking forward to sabotaging the relationship to get with this person that you've been crushing on, but you crushing on since middle school. Like, how well do you know them? Like, do you know if the person that compliments you well, or you just been like from afar, really think that they was a really dope person? Then you found out that once you got to know them, they weren't everything you hoped that they were going to be.
We were done because of him. He did that on his own. Okay. But it was actually very easy because we already knew each other. Like, we had a mutual attraction. So seeing him that one time kind of just like gave it a little kick. Like, we exchanged numbers and I actually never texted him until I was single, because I was like, I don't want to talk to him and I have a boyfriend and he's just going to think I'm not shit, because if we get too deep in the conversation and it comes up and I have to say like, yeah, I have a boyfriend, he's going to be like, why the fuck are you texting me? And I was just like, this.
I mean, in my mind though, if I got your number while you were smoking, I would assume that you would get Guy's number while we're in a relationship. And I'm not sure if I would like that at all. I don't think I would expect anything long term if you did something like that, to be honest. Am I the only person that just interpret all that?
Might be the one. So I'm going to wait. And I'm a. No, yeah.
Mhm.
I really did.
So, well,
You just gotta be real mature and not put all your eggs in the basket at this point.
okay, so did he text you or did you text him?
No, I texted him.
So, I love this. Goes back to what Rico was saying an episode ago or two about women being the hunters. So you were the initiator in the conversation for the one that you wanted.
Correct.
So you were the pursuer.
I was the pursuer. And actually, I'm always the pursuer in relationships that I actually end up in, because usually when a guy is pursuing me, I don't have the same mutual interest.
So if you come across, I don't think nothing wrong with that. If you come across a bunch of men that's not your type that's approaching you, and you want to attract a man that you are attracted to, naturally, with logic, you should give more signs, more obvious signs towards the person that you're attracted to that you're interested. Or take the assertive approach, speak. Now, if you just having a regular conversation, I'm not thinking nothing about it, you're not helping yourself. I'm gonna let you know ahead of time. If you're being very vague about it and I'm not picking up on what you're spitting, you're not helping yourself. So, for you to have this ego or want it to be hell bent a certain way, maybe you need to reevaluate. Do you really got that kind of time? Why are you so hell bent on it? What's your reason? Is it a valid reason? Is it a solid reason? Is there a reason that you can say to yourself that makes sense to you? Life part, right? Okay. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section down below. Most women always gonna see a lot of guys that they're not attracted to as below average, because they would never talk to guys that would be on the same tier as them because of hypergamy. So that kind of neutralizes you in a sense if y'all have the same rating. So technically, guys that would be the same type of tier or caliber would be seen as below average because it just wouldn't work out that way, in a sense. Because of hypergamy, they will aim for somebody that's a little bit above them in some way, shape, or form. They can improve their status, lifestyle, this, that, and the other. But if you're on equal footing, they wouldn't even bother to see you, and they definitely gonna see people that's actually below their standards or looks or this, that, and the other. So I guess everybody from neutral or equal footing to below is gonna be below average. Makes sense, right? And because naturally, there's a lot of studies that show that women aim for the top guys that most women want. They just gotta have them. It's like churches. You gotta love it. Gotta go for it. Not thinking logically that if this many people is going after them, maybe I should do something different, or maybe I should go for somebody else, or maybe I should see this differently, or rethink this. Till next video. Peace, everybody. I'll see y'all in the comments.